All right. Is Luka Doncic overrated?
Yes, because the media talk like he's a great player, but like he does get overhyped. So like short answer, yes. Like
Yeah, I
what
think
like
he's probably like top 5 player in the league for sure. I'd put him in there. Like if someone has him out, if you have him out, but like right on the cusp, like you don't have him far out, you probably have him just right outside, which is also fine. But everyone's like, this guy's the second coming and is about to be the next best thing. I don't know. Like LeBron, it was clear. With KD, it was pretty clear. And with this kid, it's clear that he's going to be very good for a long time, but I don't know if he's the player that everybody's saying he is going to be.
You know what I think a lot of people have missed on Luka is that he is closer to his ceiling than most players are at his age.
For sure.
he's putting up like
And
28, 8, and 9, which are
right, and people
that's
and
great
people
stat
think
line.
that can grow to like, and I've heard people say, yeah, by year 5 he might be 35, 12 and 12, and it's like, no, he's been playing pro basketball for so long that he's actually had to refine his skills at an earlier age than a lot of our American basketball players who could survive off athleticism. And now they're in the NBA and they're refining their game and they're finding their stride in year 4 and year 5. And Luka has already found that stride. He's just going to maintain for, he's going to maintain, I think he's going to maintain for a very long time. But you look at him right now and what he's doing well, and it's really good. Like he controls the game. Like the game is always played at his pace, but they're a 13 seed, and you can't be the media darling, the favorite for MVP coming into the season and be a fucking 13 seed. That's unacceptable.
Yeah, I agree. I think he is either very close to or at his ceiling. But even if he's reached his ceiling, if he keeps where he's at now for another 10, 15 years, like he's a Hall of Famer. He's going to be fine. So the fact that I don't know if he has more room for progression like people think he does, he could probably get a more consistent jumper that he's just going to hit regularly. And I know you look at the numbers and it's like he's almost at 30 a game. Like he is scoring, but it's not like give the ball to Luka and let him get a jumper off and we know it's going to go in. He hit that clutch shot against the Clippers, but it's not like Luka's just a dead eye shooter.
No.
And if you think it's coming, it may. But I think even where he's at now for the next 10 to 15 years, like he's going to have a solid career, Hall of Fame career, which is great.
I think my problem with the Luka stuff is that he was given too much too soon. Like, bro, you got bounced in the first round your second season. I got it. You were a 7 seed, but it wasn't like a real 7 seed. Like 3 through 7 in the West was so tight last year that he could have been a 4, he could have been a 5, just a few games here or there. But you're talking about him like his impact on winning is greater than that of a James Harden, a Dame Lillard, guys who have actually carried teams on playoff runs. And granted, they're not champions either, but Dame went to the Western Conference Finals. James has been to the Western Conference Finals. And just to say that, oh yeah, Luka's better than him now. Maybe.
I think in his defense, they're saying he's going to be better than what they are now because when you saw KD, when you saw Russ, when you saw James on those early OKC years, you were like, man, they got it all out ahead of them. Like their careers are going to be great. And then things break one way or another. KD went and won his rings with another team. James Harden got close with the Rockets, but never got there. And now at this point, you're like, I don't know if James Harden is going to get there. If he is, now that he's with the Nets, like it's got to be like these next couple of years or never. With Russ, it's that window's probably closed. So it's just you think he's got all this time out ahead of him, and then in a couple of years it could be like, hey, Luka, like time's ticking, bro.
He also hasn't had like a lot of help either.
One more time, point.
I said he also hasn't had like a lot of help either. Like he had a banged up KP and Seth Curry as his main running mate, and this year he has Josh Richardson, you know, and
They had-
Maxi Kleba.
Seth Curry's gone.
They had a high, they had one of the high, they had the highest offensive rating like history last year.
Yeah, I mean, they
Yeah.
had like good players, but like a true, I guess, like sidekick for him, which I think is what people why he gets so much credit is because, you know, he did carry that team at a very early age with, you know, like I said, some good role players, like a good team around him, but just like no one else to help shoulder that true offensive load.
What they should do is put together a package for Brad Beal.